Sick. Alright, guys. Oh, shit, I gotta set stream settings. Relaxing music before a violent massacre. That was exactly my philosophy. Alright, text reduce 0. I completely forgot about, like, doing stream settings. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm too late. Decals. And then... There, looks a little bit more like Sauer. I'm getting a little bit of a cough, I think. My girlfriend's sick, so we'll see how annoying that is, or isn't. But yeah, we're off in the all of y'all. Corey Degenerate, who is, I think, the best public Insta player we have right now, based on some of his ICTF results, is off to an early lead over Bio, the winner of the last Insta-Geb tourney. There is not much to say about an all VL. There never has been, and there never will be. But, Yaroon and the tank are bringing up the rear as Corey Degenerate continues to expand his lead. I wonder if he could sneak up and take this turn. You never know. Watch Partisan a bit. Partisan is playing all the all with a tennis racket, I'm told, in honor of the Serbian tennis champion. I don't really watch much tennis. I'm vaguely aware of the players. I do enjoy tennis. It's actually the sport I was best at, but not the sport I watch the most. Oh, that was actually kind of sick. Partisan just invented the first ever sick thing done in an all y'all with that chainsaw to shot combo. I can't believe it. Can't believe what I've seen. And he's catching up to Furry too in this largely meaningless display of violence. I guess I'll try to set my GoPro back to normal in the background here so that we have a nice matching array of models. Yeah, should be better once I reload. I'll reload after the all VL's over, and that'll fix the Ogro. I guess we can turn off always use team skins too, huh? Suddenly, everyone looks like a zombie. All VL coming to a close soon here. Bio is taking back the lead. Degenerate still close in. Galaxy, last minute sign up, right behind them. And Starman, who I think will be interesting to see today. Starman's been taking some games off good players. He's behind by a bit. Cannibal's going to really screw up this bracket, though. Cannibal is not doing well in the all-VL, but he's actually a favorite to go deep in the tourney. So Cannibal being so low could really make someone have a very tough early bracket match. Hope you guys enjoy ASMR hacking coughs, because it seems like that's what I've got brewing so far. "33 seconds to go. Cannibal still down there. Bio is taking a commanding lead in the LBL, so he's going to see one. But he might have to play Cannibal in round one. No, he'll be playing Doom. I had a momentary, complete lack of sanity there. Although, yeah. Well, we'll see where the buys were. Bio will probably just get a buy. I haven't looked at the bracket, and even if I did, it probably wouldn't reflect anything because all the all isn't over yet. Which it will be, though, in 7 seconds. And Bio manages 80 frags in 5 minutes. Very impressive. Bio Goat. That's terrifying, by the way. That's a terrifying image. Bio Goat. Alright, I will relaunch, get the, is it vid restart? No, that's Quake. Oh, he's got the server muted. Understandable. So I will quickly reload the game, which will then set my freaking config back, but it should load the correct Ogre, at least. Actually, that reloaded surprisingly few of my settings. Huh, go figure. Nice, and the Ogre looks normal now. Good. So yeah, as Frosty said, we just wait now for him to set the bracket. Oh. No, I got you, Frosty. Where would you be without me, Frosty? Nah, BIOS. BIOS is at 459. Oh my god, this cough right now. This is embarrassing. I gotta master the art of coughing away from the mic if it's gonna keep up. But no problem, because we are setting the bracket, and then I will have actual things to talk about. Venice Alveol, man. What a day. What a day for Sauerbraten. What a day for Sauerbraten. Mod versus Cannibal is number 1, so Cannibal does not screw up the bracket for anyone. Although, I mean, he'll screw it up in the second round is what'll happen. Furry versus Brecht on number 2. Starman versus the Tank on number 3. And Partisan versus Doom on number 4. So Mod versus Cannibal will be the best of those games. So we'll go over to that. Let me do something here. Oh, I'm already on the correct server for this. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I suck. Holy shit. Sick. All right. All right, so just waiting for Mod Cannibal to get started here. Cannibal, the clear favorite for this game, but we'll see what Mod's got today. I know he warmed up a little bit. And we're going to see Hayes. Oh, fun. All right, here we go. So we're off on, let's start on Mod, who is off to an abysmal start, to be honest. But he, I guess this is probably Cannibal's pick. Was it Cannibal's pick? I don't know. I didn't see who seated above, but whoever it was. And Mod's catching back up. It seems more like a Mod pick. Cannibal, not a new player, not likely to pick Hayes as much so. So it seems like a Mod pick. And it definitely makes sense for Mod to pick this map, I think, because with Cannibal being the favorites to win the game, we'll see if that works for Frosty. With Cannibal being the favorite to win the game, you want to slightly mix it up with the map choice to try to throw your opponent off and get the upset. So if it was Mod's pick, that makes sense. And if it was Cannibal's pick, well, hey, he's trying something new. Mod's looking pretty good so far. Down 4, but that's easy to make up in Insta. Hitting his shots. Looks like he knows the map pretty well. Love to see it. Go over to Cannibal a bit here, who is actually picking up a bit of a lead now, up to 7 frags. Cannibal played a lot of games yesterday for Spank. Not an insta-give, but he should be nice and warm for this tourney. Cannibal joined Spank back in 2016 when I was rebuilding the clan after a bit of a slumber for all involved. And he was previously known as Lux Rock, Spanish player. Although that is not where he lives now, but Spaniard. Played for RB in the past, played for a lot of clans, but was an RB as Lux Rock way back in the day. Talking like 2009, I don't know, 2010 at least. So he goes way back. Always been a talented player. And he's looking great now. He's taking the lead commandingly on mod. No amount of cheese, string Gouda Brie or otherwise is going to tie up Cannibal here as he goes up 37-22 against mod. So we'll check the other servers, even though the other games are somewhat of a foregone conclusion as well. They're just getting started on Janela here. Starman's up big onto tank. And Partisan's up big on Doob. But let's get some people their screen time here. Let's watch a little bit of the tank, just so he can see himself on stream later. Not familiar with the tank as a player. I don't know if 2002 is... I don't know. It could be anything. It could be the year he was born, for all I know. But he's hitting some shots. Not expected to win against Starman. We'll watch a little bit of Starman too. Like I said, Starman's been playing a lot lately. He said he's been playing for 1 week? Oh, right on. By the way, who are you? I am enjoying your chat, but I don't actually know who you are. Maybe Woolmilch? You were the only person who mentioned stream in Discord, and you're known for your fantastically bizarre names. And you seem knowledgeable. A Sauer enjoyer. Fair enough. Fair enough. The tank is a bunny rabbit in Snout's clothing. Or, wait, is he playing Fix-It? Oh my god, a Fix-It player. Fix-It, I feel like, has really declined in popularity lately. So that's cool to see a Fix-It player. But yeah, he's a rabbit in Fix-It's clothing. He's jumping around everywhere. I think we'll see more of Starman in the later rounds, so not too worried about watching him. Sup, Elisa? Big fan. Industrial-sized fan. What's the measurement of... I'm trying to think of some, like, measurements of fans. I mean, you have RPM, but I don't think anyone measures their fans' power by RPM. There's, like, BTUs, which is, like, thermal units, but that's usually talking about, like, heating, right? Would you measure a fan in BTUs? I don't know. I kind of like that Elisa... Wait, is Elisa Prime sub to this channel? I don't know what the crown means. Airflow? Yeah, oh, like, is CFM something? CFM sounds like something. I think CFM is something. But yeah, Elisa immediately realizes she has to go sub to Ray. There it is. There's the little foxy boy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, CFM, cubic feet per minute. Alright. That's what computer fans use. What do normal fans use? Like, what's the biggest fan that you could reasonably buy as like a private consumer? Cannibal pulled away here. Oh, right. These few meter high ones that are just a weird hole that somehow are a fan. I actually don't know what you're talking about. Maybe send a picture? Oh my god, dude. Look away, folks. Maybe June wants a little airtime though, actually. We'll watch him for a bit. He actually has looked good since I've joined the server. Maybe he just needed our energy. Looking for a cheeky shot there, not getting it. Dyson makes fans? Know them for their vacuums. I guess a fan and a vacuum are really just the inverse of each other, right? So it makes sense. Bladeless fans. You know what? I don't think I even knew about that. That's a... Those Europeans and their bladeless fans. I think that link broke, maybe? Oh. No, it didn't. What the fuck? Yeah, I ain't never seen that. Highest CFM fan you can buy. Those high velocity floor fans generate more than 3K CFM. Tornado high fan drum 24 1P, however, can generate more than 5,000 CFM airflow. And on high, it can do 7,800. That's just from learnmetrics.com. Thanks, Google. I wonder who paid you for that one. How much did learnmetrics.com have to spend? Built hard. Alright, well, it seems like between like 5K and 8K is like a really high CFM floor fan. Anyway, so I'm an 8K CFM fan of Elisa. Really, Elisa? Okay, well, go figure. I just live under a rock where no airflow, no fans can penetrate. Let's go over to the regen game. What was that? Number 2? Yeah. Watch a little Breck pop. Basically domestic terrorism, Elisa. Let's take a look at the bracket here. See what we can glean from that about the future happenings of this tournament. So, the bioweapon. Oh my god. Yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of. Bioweapon got a bye, and he's going to play the winner of Cannibal versus Mod. So, Cannibal doing poorly, and the all of y'all really, really fucked up everything. So now, Furry Degenerate will play Starman once they finish off their opponents. That should be a good game. Artisan's going to play Lagout. That should be a good game, too. I think it's Partisan favored. But, Lagout's done well in Insta tournaments before, and of course he's an Thick monster. And then Galaxy will play a Headway. So Galaxy could potentially go pretty deep. He's got a good bracket. He'll face the winner of Partisan Lagout in round 3. And then Cannibal or Bioweapon is on a collision course with Starman. So it looks like Cannibal or Bioweapon versus Partisan or Galaxy will be our semifinal. So there you go. We don't even have to play a tournament. I just spoiled the whole thing. Breck takes Turbine and seals his doom. Mod and Cannibal are on OT, and it is not going any better for Mod. Cannibal looking absolutely amazing. Let's go watch more The Tank. I'm kind of like... I think I'm becoming a The Tank fan. Look at... He's only 5 frags behind Starman. Hayes is the pick, man. Hayes is the pick. Hayes is where dreams are made. Morning TV replacement. Well, it's not morning there. So that part is already confusing. But, hell yeah. I don't know what you mean by server command. There's no server command. No, this is a very vanilla server for this vanilla tourney. But hey, vanilla's sweet, and this tourney is sweet, and I need a new distraction. I exhausted the topic of fans. That's meant to be a pun, by the way. In terms of exhaust fans. But yeah, nothing more to say about fans. By the way, Starman has 38 frags on Hayes. I guess it's a small map. In a FIC, it actually plays like kind of slow. I feel like. I mean, it depends on how you want to play it, but in Insta, I guess you just freaking hop around and it puts up pretty big scores. Oh yeah, I set up the /tourney just to make it easier to join. The servers aren't hidden. If we get fucking DDoS, then so be it. We'll make them hidden next time. $59.47 in a FIC? That sounds like an FIC scoreline. I'm not familiar with Starman's FIC talent, or... Yeah, I pretty much just seen him play on Insta. I also have no idea where this dude came from. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see how he wasn't happy. That actually, I forgot. I should have known it was Insta because I've played you in Instagib, and you do not give up frags easily. One of the more tilting Insta players to play against. Would have liked to have seen you in this tourney, actually. I think we could have made some real upsets. Everyone's probably happier that you didn't play of the players. This caster is sad. Ooh, that was a nice shot. Shout outs to the tank. Nice little 2-frag run there. You heard it here first, folks. Lysa plays assholes to the max. Minecraft server. What is this Sauer brought in really but a giant Minecraft server with guns? Thanks, Minecraft ventures were always like Frosty goes around trolling, Nodos plays for one day and one day only, and then Starch and Rexes just beat the entire game in like a week. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And you barely even participated in those, but you still picked up on the vibe. Yeah, that happened at least twice. Is Rexus still Minecraft YouTubing? That was a nice little phase of the Rexus experience. With his, like, dramatic voice. That was funny, man. Shoutouts to Rexus. Ah, oh, he should get back to it. He was good at it. I know it's easier to pick up YouTube numbers than it is to pick up Twitch numbers. They just sort of grow at a different pace, but he was getting viewers really fast. Pretty good comment engagement too. I mean, he's got the, you know, he's got the YouTuber in him, man. He's got that YouTube dog in him. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I just never could quite get up the moxie to, like, try to make Sauer take off on YouTube. I don't know why. I should have just done that. It's too late now. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, Twitch has made their YouTube integration easier over the years. I don't know how much work it would have. Probably would not have taken that much work, honestly, to just port all my Twitch highlights to YouTube back in the day. Maybe I could still do it, but I don't really feel like it. Maybe I should. I don't know. I wonder how long that would take. I mean, I guess I could be selective too, but what would I select? So the last Sauer Duels FFA final was a banger. Maybe I could just port the highlights, like the Twitch clips. Although people mostly highlight dumb shit, which I totally support, by the way. There aren't so many clips of good gameplay. So, shoutouts to the tank. He'll have another game in the loser bracket. See if he can get a dub in this tourney. Meanwhile, let's see how these other matches have shooken out. Looks like Cannibal and Mod finished up, so Cannibal will play Bio whenever that comes around in the bracket. Your Bio is fuming. Brecht is... oh my god, that's a lot of frags. Degenerates aim, man. This motherfucker really knows how to aim. Every time I fucking see him on Publix, he's shooting 70% on Pandora. That shit's wild. Yaroon is Yaroon. I don't know. Cord seems to know who he is. Why don't we ask Cords? Oh my god. Can we get to 150? Alright, we're gonna see and stay and see if Furry can get to 150. It's not looking good. He needs to pick up the pace. Yeah, okay. He's stayed a cold streak. He's not getting to 150. In fact, he looks totally mortal now. I guess I jinxed him. Or Brecht's trying harder because he knows the stream's here, maybe. I don't know. Watch Brecht. Brecht, respectable 75 frags, although it's less respectable when you've got 137 on the other side of the scoreboard. Not even getting his shots off right now. Hurry up to 142. If he hadn't gone cold, like right when I announced that he should go for 150, I think he could have gotten to 150. $145 on 57%. Like I said, he doesn't miss. Until I joined, and then he missed a lot. Where's Eternal Solstice? Furry's winning this whole tournament, man. You heard it here first. Saw only. There's a proposal. I think Galaxy would still win that commandingly. He's known for his chainsaw. Maybe a pit. Okay, I'm not watching this game. What surfer am I on right now? Apparently 2. There they go. Lagout is bodying Yaroon as you would expect. Yaroon playing Inky.
Captured.
Yo, what up? Thanks for the follow to whoever that was. I almost could see, but then I couldn't. But thank you for the follow. Okay, Lagout looking a little rusty. Yaroon doing the dance. Oh, for sure, yeah. Lagout's actually got a lot of Insta silver medals. It's kind of like almost an in-joke. Maybe not a lot, but it's at least an in-joke between me and Frosty that we've got our Insta tourney wins versus like Insta players, and then we've got our lag out wins. Too bad AAR3C isn't. Why do I say it that way? ARD3C isn't in the pool because that's Lagouts go-to Instamap. Hey, Aaron J. Walker, I'm pretty sure you were the follow also now that I think about it. So thank you for the prime. Now I see 2002 there, which makes me wonder, you must be that guy. What was it, the tank? You must be the tank. But yeah, this chat is just, the official emotes of this chat, even though I can only have one, so this doesn't work, should just be the Ray GG or whatever. Wait, am I confusing? I think I'm confusing like a player. I'm getting it all mixed up, but yeah. Official emotes are just Elisa welcoming people with that fox from the other channel. Yeah, Ray's fire. There's a Ray GG, I think, who's like really good at Arena FPS. I forget which game he's from now. And they spell it with a E, not an A. Maybe we can, Alyssa. I think I kind of maybe have plans after, but I'm not entirely sure whether my plans are going to actually happen, because Arya is sick. But she's not that sick, but she's sick enough that we kind of want to take a COVID test and make sure that we're not giving everyone COVID, so the plans might fall through because of that, in which case, yeah, sure, I could enter. Will she? I might also be tired of staring at a screen by that point. Oh, there's also Melee tonight. A lot of different factors here. But anyway, all of that is not important. Right now, your rune's kind of getting it handed to him, but that's what happens when you play lag out. You get it handed to you. Oh, Cannibal Bio. Well, that took me too long to realize. So yeah, I think Cannibal has a lot of upset potential here. I know Bio wasn't like super like interested in this tourney. He's kind of just playing to play, which big respect, shout outs to Bio for doing it for Sauer. But anyway, yeah, and I'm sure he's I don't know, I would be a little tilted having to play Cannibal early in bracket, so a tough match for Bio, but Bio, I suppose, would have to be the favorite based on having won the last Insta tourney. So this is an interesting one. So far, they are neck and neck. Strategically speaking, Bio is a very patient player, and Cannibal, I would never classify him as impatient. However, he doesn't really approve of hiding. I mean, he understands, obviously, that you play to win the game, and that hiding is a part of that, but he's very impatient with it, so I'm guessing that stylistically, Bio has a little bit of an advantage in the way he likes to play versus how Cannibal likes to play. And I think actually we're seeing that. We're also seeing Bio just, yeah, see Cannibal running in there and Bio taking him out. Big 6-frag lead here. Bio really knows how to milk a 6-frag lead because of his patient play. Bio did not particularly want to play. He mostly just signed up to get 30 signups. Which is a great reason to play, by the way. Everyone should think that way. So, shoutouts again to Bio, who's up 4 frags on Cannibal, and he's frustrating him here. Although Bio does run out there. Also, I've noticed that Bio weapon is like a big, like, no matter how well he's playing, he'll scroll spam and act like he's having the worst game of his life. Although right now, that was definitely a lot of missed shots. Cannibal hanging in it though, down 3. Go over to Biopov. Yeah, see, very patient. Cannibal does manage to sneak up on him, though. And now Bio will milk this room, as he always does. In fact, I'm getting close to naming this the bioweapon room. Raphael always milked this room too, which he could do because he had an aimbot. Or a trigger bot, rather. Bioweapon that does not seem to have a trigger bot, but he's still very good at milking that room. Cannibal on a nice little run there, back to 3. Bioweapon will stall it out. But this is not a great spot to stall. Usually I find that if I'm up... Oh, great shot. I hate being in that spot, and I like shooting someone who's in that spot. I think it's like a 60-40, or 70-30 maybe. Upper to lower. So back to 7 frags, now 8 frags. Bioweapon, holding serve. Don't know who picked this, probably Bio. He's gone by the name Turbine Weapon before, so you would think that it would be him. Oh, that's the real Brecht. Wait a minute. I'm understanding Brecht, dude. But this is Brecht has like badges and shit. So this is actually the homie Brecht, not the Panda Brecht. So what's up, Brecht? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Cannibal's still in this. Let's go back to Cannibal Pop. You still play mixes and shit, Brecht? I don't mix much, so for all I know, you're still playing quite a bit, and I just never see you. Got COVID, but I will survive. Ah, that sucks, man. Feel better soon. Word, that's good to hear. You were getting really good for a second there, around when you were playing tourneys, before tourneys sort of trailed off, and I think you sort of trailed off with playing in tourneys versus playing in mix. But you were getting quite good. I remember there were a few ECTF tournaments where SQ played really well, partly on the back of your performances. Nice shots from Campbell, but he is down 7 still. It's kind of been the story of this game. Hey, what up, Josh? Yeah, now he's down 9. That's getting to be a little dangerous. And it's like I said, it's just really hard to make up a lead on Bio. He's in the room. And he's in the room. How will Cannibal get him out of that room? You're never much of a dueler, right? But yeah, I definitely relate to preferring to chill. I still like duels, but I don't really like competing in duel anymore. I like to just duel people for pride. I can't really see myself ever entering a duel tournament again. Like, I might play a fic for numbers if it needs sign-ups sometime. But No, I don't really think I'd ever enter. Almost frickin' 30 over here. 30 years young, though. I'm not worried about it. All the frickin' Quake pros are 30 and they're still letting it up. Although maybe it's because they're all 30, so they're all playing 30-year-olds. Except for, like, Claws. I don't know, I don't follow the Quake scene anymore. I guess those Quake Champs players, like Razy or whatever, they weren't so old. Do it for Sauer. Ain't that the truth? Pretty strong game from Bioweapon here, by the way. Cannibal is very good at the game, and Bioweapon's making him look like... Well, he's not making him look bad, but he's making him look like he never really had a chance versus Turbine Weapon. But you hope this was you hope / think that this would have been Bio's pick, so... And he was the higher seed, so presumably he picks first. So Cannibal should have a chance. Get us. I don't know who you are, but yeah. I mean, I picked it up in 2007, so... When I started playing Sauerbrod for the first time, playing Capture with Fraggenfucker and shit, Half-Life 2 was only 3 years old. It's crazy, man. What else dates me here? 2007, Barack Obama had not yet been elected president. Never been a black president of the United States at that time. What else? OT, have fun. Cannibal is definitely pissed. But I do think Cannibal will do better on OT. Will it be enough? We'll have to see. Yeah, I think Bioweapon versus like an in-shape Frosty versus someone like Achilles, although that's almost irrelevant at this point because Achilles probably never coming back. I don't know, maybe versus Potato. He could probably beat Potato. Potato's shape just depends a lot. Sometimes he's extremely easy to beat and sometimes he's not. I think there are a lot of people who could beat Bio. But are there a lot of people who are playing now who will beat Bio? I don't know. He's definitely a really good player. The tournament he won was no joke. It had a lot of really talented players in it. And he might win this one too. So, I definitely agree that Bioweapon has a way of making people look bad. But it's too bad. It would be interesting to see Bioweapon versus some of the like past Insta tourney winners. I think in my games with I don't know how many games I've taken versus Bioweapon. I've definitely beaten him, but I think it's like I've beaten him like 1 out of the last 4 maybe. I don't know, man. I can't really touch him on Turbine. Yeah, 50-year-old Quake player for the win. Not an Insta-gib in Sauerbrod, that's for sure. Cannibal playing a very patient... Playing a very patient OT. Trying to get bio taste of his own medicine. Neither of them can really frickin' hit each other right now. He's got 19 is the high number. With 2.5 minutes gone. Yeah, that'll happen to you, Mr. the Tank. I don't know which name you prefer to go by. Mr. 2002. I don't know how the other games are going right now, but I think I will just stay on this one. This is a pretty consequential game. and it's nice and close. There are worse things to be called than Mr. 2002. Sounds pretty hype. I'm just gonna call up Mr. 2002 unless he tells me not to. I feel like that's a sick name. Ha. I don't know about that, Mr. 2002. That's fucking weird. Yeah, I mean, he definitely seems to struggle on OT, and he's struggling right now. But at the flip side of that, he did, in that tourney he won, he got bodied by Plata on OT, but then he came back and he won it in the rematch. So he's definitely capable of performing on this map. It just seems like he's inconsistent. And you can make some runs on OT, so I actually would not say this game is over yet. And Bio is making a great demonstration of why I would say that right as I'm saying it. 10 frags in Insta. I mean, it depends on playstyle, but 10 frags is usually very doable. So, Galaxy's beating chords on Dews. Blagout is destroying your room. Yanni and Headway. Yanni's winning. That's actually a pretty interesting game. It probably won't really affect. They're tied with 3 minutes to go. Does anyone want to watch Yanni versus Headway? I mean, Cannibal's up 11, but Bio could make a comeback. I'm going to watch Yanni Headway. It's up to you guys as the viewers. We'll watch Yanni Headway, and you guys can send me back to this one if you want. I'll try to keep an eye on it in the, I forget which server I just saw that it was on. I'll try to keep an eye on it in Sauer Tracker. Alright, here we are, yeah. So I'm not familiar with Yanni, but I know the OGs have all been grinding Insta. And Headway has made some huge upsets. Headway is most known for beating Starch in an Insta-Game tournament once. I think Starch came back and, like, won the tournament or something, but Headway did beat him in a game. So Headway, well-known Insta-lurker, and Yanni. Yanni looks great. I'm watching this. Yanni looks totally confident right now. I know Junk wanted to play from the OG clan. I don't know who else is in that clan necessarily. I don't think I've ever dueled any of the OG guys. I don't know, maybe. This is a tight game. 91-89 with a minute and a half to go. Yanni with the slim lead. Trying to move in on Headway, playing from the lower jump pad position. Now on YA platform, they get into an open fight. Yanni clutches it. Off the spawn, it's Headway. And gets another one. Headway a little impatient out of the bioweapon room. Now trying to use it effectively. Yanni moving in, can't get it, neither can Headway. Headway moves out and goes down 3 frags. Yanni, 4 frags. Yanni's game to lose, 5 frags. 6 frags. Yanni was just waiting, dude. Yanni was just waiting to make his move. Get fucked, Headway. I have absolutely nothing against Headway. That's just kind of how I feel after watching Yanni just pull away with this one at the last second. What's up, Inko? Ditch to the Rocky account, I guess? Sick stuff from Yanni. So is this game 1? Does anyone know? These two seem to be pretty closely matched. The 7 frag scoreline makes it look worse than it was. 107 on 43%. Respectable stuff from Yanni. Definitely a player to watch. Serbia strong. Is that about tennis, or is Yanni also Serbian? Vetoes. Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, hype as fuck, dude. Although it's also going to be 1-1 in Bio Cannibal, which is a much more consequential match, probably. Let's see how that one is shaped up. Cannibal running away with it. So we'll come back for game 3 of that. We'll sort of toggle between these two games. Oh, this is also a good game. Okay, there's too many good games. Holy shit. Alright, guys. We're going to have to make some tough decisions here. Do we know if this is game 1? Alright, I'm going to go to Sauer Tracker and sort of just see what's going on. Boards is playing himself on Duel 5. They're doing the vetoes here still. Let's look at games here. Doom versus Yaroon also. That should be a fun. It's always fun, those matches, to see who's going to go 0-2, you know? When you're in the loser bracket in that best of 1, round 1, who is going to get that one win? Okay, you know, you got bodied by lag out or whatever, like big surprise, but can you beat your peers? All right. So they're going to play Janela. Interesting. And then Cannibal and Bio will do vetoes. Is that how you spell vetoes? Is there a random E on vetoes? Yes, there is. Okay, so it looks like Starman, I'm not sure about this, but I think Starman Furry is in game 1, so we don't have to watch that yet. Meaning we can watch I keep forgetting what servers things are on. I suck at this. Oh man, this is a tight game though. Alright, so we'll watch some of this Janela here. And then we'll go back to the tiebreaker between Bio and Cannibal. And then once those are over, we'll be able to see game 2 of Starman versus Furry. Now let me see here. Headway won on OT. It was another close game. So Yanni favored Turbine, OT favored Headway. Neither of these are... Janela is not quite like either of those maps. I'm not sure I can really learn anything from that. It's got more of the Turbine layout in terms of there not being a lot of verticality other than the one, like, giant instance of verticality with the teleport to the top. But it's not quite like Turbine either in that it's a lot more like... It's not actually bigger than Turbine, but it just sort of feels like you're more on the outskirts of the square. There's not as much mid-play as there is in Turbine. So it's a very different feel in that way from either map. Let's watch Headway a bit here. He's off to the early lead. Another Fix-It player. So maybe more Fix-It players than I thought. Headway still hanging around this 3 to 4 frag lead. Fix-It's a cool model. I've never played Fix-It because I just don't really like shooting it. I don't like yeah, I find it kind of annoying to hit compared to Ogro. I don't know. It's all personal preference. And I used to play Snout back in the day, so Snout and Ogro work for me. But I think Fixit's really cool looking, and I also think Fixit's gloves are the best hand model. When I use Trooper HUD guns, I use the Fixit gloves, which are also the Ogro gloves, I think. So. Yes, get us. I know that. That's what I do when I'm not streaming the frickin' thing. Yeah, but the thing about I could play Fixit. You can do anything in Sauer. I think I could. Actually, no, you're right. I wouldn't. I can make it the Fixit gloves, which I've done when I played Snout, I think. But everyone would still see me as Snout. There's no way to rep Fixit without also shooting Fixit or relying on whatever your opponent's model is. Anyway, I wouldn't rep Fixit anyway. What I did rep for a while was Vintage Snout. I actually streamed some tourneys with Vintage Snout. If you go back in the archives, because back in my day, Iron Snout didn't have the 10K. It was just Iron Snout, man. And it was 10K garbage. Set the game volume a little lower. Yeah, I can do that. Let me know how that is. It's definitely quieter. Not a big fan of the rifle glove. Inky hands are the weirdest, though. Like, what the fuck are Inky's hands? Seriously? Always appreciate it when people speak up about the audio and video, by the way. People are too... They always, like, just don't say anything to be polite, and it's, like, the most annoying thing. Like, just tell me how the mix is. Tell me if the mic's distorting. Like, tell me stuff. It's all fixable. Yeah, exactly. The Iron Snout gloves are a little too bulky, and then the Inky hands are just kind of funky. Like, if you like it, cool, but they're funky. So you gotta segue. You gotta just sort of talk about whatever in Insta. It just kind of does drag on, but in spite of that, this is a lit game. This is living up to the hype. 44-42. Headway's lead has evaporated, and he is in a slim deficit to Yanni, who we will go back onto. Let's watch some more Yanni Pov. Yeah, his nails are just kind of massive, aren't they? Cthulhu needs pedicure. Wait, pedicure's feet. What do you call it when it's... Oh, manicure. There it is. Manicure. Yanni again with the slimmest of leads. No, I'm not a fan of Sway. I could put it on, but I usually don't. You know what used to be on by default, though? Max roll used to be set to not 0 by default. Ready to get drunk, boys? Oh, I can't go to 40. Wait, what? There's no max roll. Do you have to put Sway on to have max roll take effect? There's still no max roll. Huh. That's weird. Maybe it's something in my config just won't let me turn max roll on. I don't know. Well, that demonstration failed. Also, I always have the rifle trail off. Put that back on if you guys want. 65 to 63. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Let's, yeah, I had them off until about a second ago. Y'all didn't even notice. It's not a good thing for your awareness. The rifle trail helps you notice where you're being shot from, but I just personal preference, I just find it kind of distracting, so I always turn it off. So, Furry did beat Starman, which is interesting. Starman was winning when I was watching, but Furry came and beat him 120 to 112. Another ridiculous accuracy game, 48%. Anyway, I got distracted for a bit there checking out the Furry result. Let's see what's going on in Cannibal versus Bio. Actually, let's pay attention. We have a 2-frag lead for Yanni. Now, Yanni has clutched these out before, so let's watch Headway, see if he can change the narrative. He got clutched on by Yanni last game, and he's in danger of being clutched on by Yanni again. Looking for these shots, he gets 1 frag, and he gets the spawn kill. Yanni blows the spawn kill. Headway ties it up. 30 seconds to go. Game 3, deciding match. They are on top of each other, and Headway gets the shot. Headway gets another shot. Headway has just made a 4-frag comeback here. He is absolutely reversing the narrative on Yanni. 3-frag lead out of nowhere. Yanni maybe doesn't have the tournament experience that Headway does, but he's made 2 frags back. 2 frags, 9 seconds. Quick spawn kill from Yanni. Another. All tied up. 5 seconds. Yanni gets it. Yanni wins. Headway, I was just starting to sing his praises. I was just saying he had turned on the narrative, and Yanni was just like, nah, I'm going to clutch on you. And Yanni moves on in the winner's side. Anyway, let's see what's happening with Bio and Cannibal. This is not Bio and Cannibal. Brecht taking it to Mr. 2002, though. Okay, Bio is up 5 frags on dues with 2 minutes to go. Cannibal bringing it back since I've joined. Gets eaten by Bio there, though. This is a good map for Bio, I think. But Cannibal obviously has a lot of experience on it. Nice shot there from Cannibal, taking the risky jump pad and then at least getting the mutual. 3 frags. Oh, caught on the jump pad. Cannibal is spazzing out also, by the way. Look how freaking fast he's checking the spawns. But it's just not enough. He's down 6 frags already. It looks like he's playing as well as he can, and Bio is just... It just looks so hard for Cannibal. I think he's going to need some help from Bio. He's getting it so far, though. Bio missing a bunch of shots for no reason. But again, the jump pad usage. Bio can't clutch on him, though. Cannibal, 1 minute to go. 1 frag. This is an advantageous spot for Bio. Nice from Cannibal. That was nice. That was also nice. Great stuff from Cannibal in the last 2 seconds. 68 to 68, 37 seconds. Bio goes to the teleporter at a great time. What an attack. Those were huge shots. Huge shots from Bio. Cannibal now in some serious trouble. He had made it all the way back, and then Bio clutch teleporter rush. Good spawn there for Cannibal of Bio. Rushes through almost before the reload is even up. 9 seconds. Mutual. Ah, that'll do it. Bio's going to clutch it out. exciting finish. Yeah, that game, that was some kind of game. Good work, the tank. Thank you so much for playing. I made sure to watch you a bit in your earlier game so you can check out some of your gameplay. I think you were versus maybe Starman on Frozen. I watched a little bit. I noticed that you jump a lot. It can help to be more evasive if you jump less. Segfault. Lag out looking for any advantage. Alright, what is going on in this tourney now? 2 crazy games in a row that I caught the... Oh, wait, I should be watching Starman Degenerate. I don't know what series that's on. Also, that's a hilarious combination of names. Okay, Starman is up 1. He has to win this game. He lost to Degenerate on the he's down 1 game. So this is Starman's game that he has to win against the Ack Beast of Furry. And he's just given up a number of easy frags. Down 5 all of a sudden. Nice few shots there. I always like fighting from that spot. And that was a nice place to take. And catches the jump, the teleport. He's going to pad up. Look for the peak. Oh, wow. Nice shot from Starman. And the chainsaw is there too. And the spawn kill. Hey, Starman. Is Starman named for the David Bowie song? I don't know where he's from. But Starman is not waiting in the sky. He's come down to show Furry how good he is. 67 to 67 with a little under 3 minutes to go. Can Starman force a game 3? Patient. But now Mr. Furry has taken a 5 frag lead, 6 frag lead, 7 frag lead. It is falling apart for the Starman. I don't see anything wrong with Furry's name. I'm not sure what's wrong with Furry's name, Mr. 2000. I do like Starman's name, though. That's a pretty nice and simple. Good reference if he is referencing David Bowie. He's made a few frags back here, but with 1 minute to go, he needs to make a crazy 5 frag comeback. Can he do it? Not like that, he can't. And it's kind of looking like Furry's going to take this one. Bioweapon will play Furry, most likely. Yeah, Starman just could not clutch it at the end. Furry's now just teeing off on him. Partisan Lagout has just about started, and Galaxy Yanni. That's actually kind of interesting. Yanni played so well against Headway. I wonder if he can make an upset or if Galaxy's going to have a free pass to round 3. But yeah. Ultimately not close. Close the whole game until it wasn't. So 50%. Jesus. So now it's Gal versus Yanni. And Yanni's off to a lead. Trying to collect myself here. There's been too many hype games already. Gotta save some for the frickin' rest of the tournament, eh? So it's gonna be Furry versus Bioweapon. That'll be really interesting to see whether Bioweapon can handle the accuracy monster that is Furry. And then let's see how Partisan Lagout's going before we watch too much of this one. This is a foregone conclusion. I can never remember which server I was on. Yeah, Partisan's destroying Lagout. That's kind of what I thought was going to happen. The Rune is destroying Doom. That's interesting. Who did your Rune lose to? Lagout. Got destroyed by Lagout, but looks a lot better versus Doom. Anyway, I don't even remember why I'm on this server. I'm trying to find a good game. Hannibal is going to be facing Headway. That's interesting. Starman faces your Rune. He should be fine in that. Mod is just waiting in losers round 2 for Yanni, it looks like, unless Galaxy loses that, because I don't know how good Yanni is. Don't want to write that one off. So Partisan's gonna beat Lagout. So alright, let me go back to Galaxy versus Yanni. Yeah, it's a close game. Alright, cool. Galaxy frustrated. Oh, Galaxy's heating up a bit, but still only able to get a 2-frag lead. Alright, Galaxy getting a bit of momentum now. I'm kind of chatting in Discord a little bit, trying to catch up on some of the stuff that's happened in the tourney. Hope no one's going to sleep. Hannibal gave you a hell of a fight. Xandri. I recognize that name, but I can't think what in-game nick that is. Did you mean today? Galaxy played Chords today. And, wow, yeah, he put up some big numbers. I'm guessing the 129 is a turbine. Oh, your bio. Oh, yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Oh, Cannibal gave you a hell of a fight. Why did I read that as Galaxy? Yeah, those were great games, bio. I watched the end of Dues. I watched a lot of OT, but obviously you were just kind of getting bodied, so we moved off of that once I could. And I watched a decent amount of Turbine, too. I think I watched all of Turbine. Yeah, you were definitely, your patient playstyle was frustrating him a little bit. Galaxy's fucking on fire right now, by the way. Galaxy is exposing Yanni. Pretty impressive stuff. But we'll see. Galaxy better get warmed up because he's got Partisan to deal with. That would be convenient for you, Bio. We'll see. I think you'd have to favor Partisan probably, but Galaxy is totally capable of beating Partisan. Nice shot there from Gal. Yeah, it's hard to get games versus Partisan if you don't play tourneys. It's kind of like the only time he duels randoms usually. Although he's been dueling randos more. Lagout's playing Partisan on Haze now. It's definitely a good map pick for Lagout. We'll see if he can keep... He's got an early 3-frag lead. We'll see if he keeps that up. I think Haze is probably the most Lagout-y insta map in the pool. Starman's having a close one versus your rune so far, but I think he'll probably pull away. Headway put up 155 versus Chords on OT. What the fuck? What the fuck? So now Cannibal will play Headway. That could be a good game. Who do you think will win? What, the whole tourney? So 116 to 88 is the final score for Galaxy. I always get like kind of distracted in the middle of the Insta tourney. Like I get super hyped for the early games and I get super hyped for the late games. But there's just like a middle tourney slump. I think I should watch Headway versus Cannibal. I don't know what server that's on. Starman is still kind of having a close game with Yaroon. What is the deal with Yaroon? Maybe it fucking is Elisa. Except there's no way Elisa got doubled by lag out. I am suspicious of Yaroon. Not that they're hacking, but that they might be... How does Yaroon get doubled by lag out in round 1? They didn't get doubled. No, they did get doubled. How does Yaroon get doubled by lag out and now they're keeping up versus Starman? But anyway, this is probably still not the game I should be watching. Starman looks like he's taking care of it now. Lag out, yeah, Haze, man, the power of Haze. But I think Partisan will close this out in game 3. Okay, Cannibal's taking care of Headway, so that's not interesting. I guess let's watch the haze, see if Lagout can push it to game 5. He's up 3 frags with 2.5 minutes to go. Lagout. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Furry. He's scary all of a sudden. Oh yeah, I never gave you a pick bioweapon. I got distracted. Who will win the whole tournament? You or Partisan? But I hate to not believe in my guys. I think Galaxy could absolutely beat Partisan. I think there are a lot of good players in this tournament. Cannibal could make a loser's run. I think Cannibal probably can't beat you. I think your playstyle just counters him. I don't know. Star runs into his crosshair? Yeah. A little bit. But Starman has got some big wins in Insta. Furry, your accuracy is ridiculous. I need to see how you do versus, like, someone who dodges a lot. Like, I want to see you play Galaxy. You're fucking shooting 56% in duels. It's fucking nuts. Bio's whole shtick is not believing in himself. They're stray. Don't read too much into it. 76 to 76, 1 minute to go in what I think is ultimately a completely meaningless match because I think Partisan's just going to close it out in game 3. But can Lagout force that game 3? Lagout! 78 to 77. Good moves around these corners. Partisan just firing shots and missing. Gets the shot there though. Lagout gets the spawn kill. 80 to 78. Where's Partisan? He moves to Telly. Lagout playing really well around this map, I have to say. Partisan just jumps out. They mutual. Where's the spawn? There it is. Partisan kills him. Lagout kills him. Lagout kills him. I should just cast like that. Partisan kills him. Partisan kills him again. 11 seconds. Lagout kills him. Partisan kills him. Lagout, no! The spawn. 2 seconds. Ah! Lagout wins. On 36%. Partisan's gonna say shit map. 3, 2, 1, shit map. Say it, Partisan. Say what you're thinking. No, he's just gonna move on. I was so sure. No tool 5 in the pool. Yeah, no shit. Map is garbage. That is a very weird looking lava flow. Let's look at this fucking screen right now. Also, that looks low-key like a fucking, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but anyway, this is a fucking weird map. What are those fucking turbines supposed to be? Sauer is weird, man. Actually, I was seeing more of a lava penis. Kind of see what I'm talking about here. But I definitely see the fecal interpretation as well. Good thing we don't have to talk about that anymore, though. They're going to play Turbine. And, I think Partisan's going to win here, but let's see what Lagout can do. Off to a terrible start for both players. Although, this is tourney. They're both dodging, trying not to get hit. And let me immediately get distracted and see what else is going on. Now, Yanni was keeping it close with Sketch the last time I checked. Is he still doing so? No, he's not. So Galaxy's going to move on to face the winner of this game. Hannibal is finishing off Headway. And, oh, Bio Furry is happening. Okay, sick. Okay, Bio Furry is going to only be game 1. So, this game is more interesting as long as Lagout keeps it close. So, we're going to watch this game. If Partisan goes up big, we'll switch to Bio versus Furry. It's not looking bad. Obviously, the game is still close. I don't know. I think he's going to have to do a little better than this to beat Partisan, though. I think Partisan's not playing as well as he could be. I expect that he'll go on a streak at some point. Not a very high-scoring Turbine so far. Alright, Lagout. There's a little streak for Lagout to bring it back to a tied game briefly. I see that I have gotten some frame drops, including a few right there. Don't like to see that. Now Partisan pulling into a bit of a lead, but Lagout not letting him get away too far. Big miss there. Gotta hit those. Yeah, gotta hit those. Now down 6. And Partisan playing sneaky. Lagout does play a Fick like an aim, or sorry, he plays Insta like an Fick player. You can see it in the kind of shots he tries to line up. Momentum shots. Kind of shots he would take in the flow of an Fick game, maybe. And he's brought it back a bit. Now only 3 frags down. Keeping it pretty close. Bio's crushing Furry. I would expect Bio to crush Furry here. Now, Furry's obviously really impressed me with his aim on these prior matches, but Bio's not going to run into his crosshair. So, not surprising to see Bio pulling away there. Lagout is keeping this close, man. He's tied it back up. If Lagout can beat Partisan here, that would be a major upset. 66 to 65. Watch Partisan a bit, I guess. What's going wrong for him right now? Partisan's a very good Insta player. He doesn't usually win. Not sure he's ever won an Insta tourney, but he's a bracket demon. I don't remember who eliminated him in the last Insta tourney, but he's beaten me before in Insta tourneys that I had actually like trained for a little bit. So I have a lot of respect for his Insta. And he's taking the lead again here. Now 5 frags. Partisan looks like he's ready to expose Lagout a little bit here. Back to 6, nice and comfy. Lagout's going to need to do another improbable run. Partisan piling it on. Lagout believers had a moment there, and that moment is passing. Oh my god. I knew Bio was going to expose Furry by not running into his crosshair, but he's up by fucking 30 frags. That's crazy. Mod's finally getting his game, playing versus Yanni. Who's going to win that one? Animal's playing Starman. He's up by 10 frags. Yanni up a little bit on Mod. So it's going to be Galaxy versus Partisan here. Galaxy already complaining in Discord that he doesn't feel like winning. Classic Galaxy. Party running away with it. I like I said, it would have been a crazy upset for Lagout to win this. So far the bracket, there really have not been any surprises. Let's check out Cannibal Starman. Cannibal Starman. Just adding different names in front of Star. Jesus Christ, this is sickening. Destroyed, dude. Absolutely owned, noob. Okay, Mod and Yanni are having a tight one here. It doesn't have much consequence behind it, but it is interesting. Looks like Cannibal's got Starman under control, so fuck it. Let's watch Mod versus Yanni. Mod, late sign up to this tourney, like everyone was. So I think this game means more to Yanni than it does to Mod. But Mod's looking pretty good right now. Yanni's gonna have to pull it together a little bit if he wants to take this one. Mod hitting some nice wide shots right now. Did Yanni use it all up against Headway, potentially? Not looking like the same player right now. Neither of these players hitting at all consistently, but Mod hitting more of his shots. Or maybe just generating more of them. Not sure what the accuracies are. Has Partisan Galaxy started yet? Honestly, this game is not that entertaining. Mod has an interesting Insta style. He tries to generate a lot of hard shots. That was a hard shot that he just hit. But he doesn't try to generate any straightforward shots. See, that was like his first straightforward shot. Pretty good though, I'm impressed. Mod has got some skill. Not that that's really a surprise. But see, those were both easy shots. They looked hard for him somehow. And the hard shots look easy. Probably just a consequence of his sensitivity, whatever it is. Probably a little on the higher side. I don't know. I don't know. Still doable for Yanni here. Furry's actually winning Janela. Okay, Galaxy and Turbine has started. Galaxy and Partisan has started on server 3. So let's go over to server 3 and see whether Galaxy can do it. How does that chainsaw not hit? What? Trash weapon, dude. Galaxy looking super frustrated there, I have to say. Although he always kind of looks frustrated in Insta. It's just his normal state of being in the mode. Catching back up here. Oh! Shit. Jesus, Galaxy is so terrifying to watch. These all fucking 500 mile per hour peaks. Yeah, no saw that time. There it is. Saw not gonna fail him twice. Galaxy, the Saw champion of Sauerbraten. Now this is a 222 ping game. The server is EU for this tournament. So that changes the dynamics somewhat. Nice shots there from Galaxy. That's his specialty. Where's Partisan? There he is. Catches Galaxy out. And Galaxy catches him coming through the archway. Should be able to get the shot there. Misses it though. Oh, but he hits that one. Of course. Of course! Galaxy is a ridiculous player. Does he have a high sense or a low sense? Because yeah, if he does, I'm talking about mod now. If he does, he really is getting an arm workout. That actually sounds familiar too. I feel like he said he has a low sense. So yeah, he must be getting a serious arm workout. But I am on Galaxy and Partisan now, which is a slow and close game. Both players not giving each other anything easy. Galaxy, though, struggling a little bit there with some open shots, looking frustrated. Does get that. And Partisan now has the 3 frag lead. Let's watch Partisan a bit. Haven't watched him at all. Although it's hard to resist watching Galaxy. It may make you dizzy, but it's just so entertaining. Yeah, that's the fucking CSGO sense, man. Even 80 would already be pretty low for Sauer. Partisan back down, but now he ties it up.